The following presentation is a DeeJ Experience production and may not be recorded, rebroadcasted, or retransmitted without the express written permission of DeeJ Experience LLC. For more information, visit us online at www.deejexperience.com.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm back at it. Only like to win, it's like a bad habit.
Chamberlain drives in.
He got pounded.
Chamberlain with a putback.
Looking at the numbers, he was
throws over Muma. Open look for three. Haley Muma trades it.
Picture, see how clear it is. I'm high quality, like I am DeeJ Experience. I'm way up, seems like I've been at the pyramids. Give me an opponent, and I promise I ain't fearing it. I got so much I can lose the game when I've been giving this. Why you see a miracle closer than I'm fearing it. Grinding and grinding, and then I put another gear in it. Driving and driving, but you don't have no one to steer ship. Back on the top, you beat you half of my logic.
Time with a flip shot, and that was a thing of beauty.
Lock it up. Gotta get that leg freed up.
Back, you know it ain't luck, so pay up my respect. Don't reject the great nuts. Better hang up the white flag if you fight back to your nameless. So tell me what the time say. Game time, why they think that they could ever outscore me, LeBron James? Just give me the ball, watch me.
Bolter knocks it down. He's gonna come home with it. Nice throw and a good tag.
Oh, got him.
Doing this for all my life.
Led with it.
You don't want to waste my time.
And a goal by the Beavers. Finds the back corner.
Better get up next in line. Competition left to dry. They could never get in my mind. Please slow it down. I'm a beast on the ground. I'm a leash for the crowd. Play me down. One man bend. I'm a running back.
Down that sideline. Oh, there he goes. Into the open 50 and gaining momentum. And the Beavers are going to answer right back after Gerard tied it up. That was Will Allen.
Now they finally get a set block. Oh, and it's a face shoulder.
Oh my, Allison Sawyer, are you kidding me?
If I do fail, I don't have
Catches an arm right into a chin headlock. The legs worked in, and there's a break.
This one driven to left. It's going to drop in. That's going to be a two-run single for Sadie Dine.
When I break it, it's for my pleasure, but I would never let you go take it. I'm kind of like that. I don't just write raps. You put the ball up, then I'ma spike that.
Oh my! Aubrey Chase! Looking. He's going to go deep. The end zone got him in. Caught! Touchdown! Marcus Lambert!
Good D.
Shotgun passers. Chamberlain. Now the 32 seconds. Yetzer fires a three. Kansas.
No one will actually become as great as my team is, cause I got a team of some Hall of Fame players, not to mention Jesus.
Got it there.
Doing this for all my life. You don't want to waste my time. If you want to test my grind, better get up next in line.
To the middle, and Scholar with a header, and we're tied at one. Get the snap away, and it's going to be sacked. Recovered by the Beavers. Touchdown!
I'ma run it back. You give me the chance, I'ma run it back.
Pushes it up. Now shot, got it.
Pulling on the day.
He'll take a three. He certainly will. Sawyer beats us deep left field. That ball is out of here. A two-run dinger for Allison Sawyer.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board another edition of the DeeJ Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd, and alongside me is Jack Hasbrook, and we are at Howard Sheen Field for another evening of girls varsity soccer as the Corry Beavers are taking on the visitors of Prep Ramblers here tonight. And, boy, what a nice evening for soccer here tonight, Jack.
Yeah, pretty perfect temperature. Always exciting when Cathedral Prep comes to town. I've been seeing them a lot more lately thanks to the realignment. Just got to see them last week in volleyball, so now it's soccer's turn. Hopefully the results bear the same fruit.
Hopefully, and let's get right into our Box It and Lock It pregame show. as we've got a few things to get through. First and foremost, it's going to be our Snap Fitness 3 Steps to Success. Number 1, ball control with purpose.
Yeah, very important to know what you're doing with the ball, know where you want it to go, not just kick it aimlessly down the field. That's how turnovers happen, or bad side outs and stuff like that. So, yeah, know where you're going, know where you want the ball to go to, and the offense will come with it.
Absolutely, and not only that, but you can anticipate where that pass is going to come from. So ball control with purpose. Step 2, I don't think I say this very often, but score goals. That's a good way to get the W.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't talk about that more often. You know, you kind of need you kind of need some goals to win, so very important there.
And the only way to score goals is take lots of shots, and that's our 3rd step to success. Take lots of shots.
Yeah, you're not going to score any goals if you're just dancing around with the ball, hoping the ball magically find its way in the back of the net. You got to be aggressive once you get down to the end zones and inside the 5 there.
Well, that'll lead us into our Corry High Ed Spotlight Player of the Game. I'm going with number 21, Delaney Nickerson. The defense will set up the offense here today, and she has been busy throughout the year with the goal kicks from the goal crease. So look for her to have an impact on the game here tonight, as she does a good job on the defense, getting that ball out of her own end and up to the midfielders and forwards to get them on the fast break to put the ball in the opponent's net. So Delaney Nickerson, our Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Player of the Game. And it looks like both teams are huddled up there, Jack, as we will have the J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups as soon as Carmen gets on the PA system up there and goes through his rigmarole. We'll be all set to get going.
Indeed we will.
A little bit of a cool evening here. It's late September, but a little bit overcast on the clouds. So not hot and no precipitation. So we should have a fun night here tonight at Howard Sheen Field as the Lady Beavers taking on the Prep Ramblers. And tomorrow, a little shout out to our Lady Beavers volleyball team at home, going up against.
On the road.
Oh, they're on the road.
Yep.
Going up against
Union City.
Union City Bears.
Route 6 rivalry.
Route 6 rivalry. Busy week this week. And Wednesday, middle school football here at home against Northwestern. And I believe the Beavers, Lady Beavers, are traveling again. Or they? No, they're home. They're home against Clarion.
Yep.
And then Thursday, we will have boys soccer and girls volleyball again.
Yep, senior night for Seneca.
Senior night against Seneca. So busy night. And then obviously Friday night we'll be away taking on Mercyhurst Prep, Lakers, and varsity action. And then Saturday we'll be home for JV football. And then there is a soccer game.
Yep.
Boys soccer.
I think so.
Later that afternoon, 1:30. So busy schedule on the plate here for the Beavers this week, as all the teams are ramping up mid-season and getting ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, football in particular starting a big 3-game road stretch all up along the lakeshore. I think it's Prep first, then west side of the lake with Fairview, then east side of the lake with Northeast.
Yep, and we don't know exactly if we're going to be up in Northeast or if we're going to be at where that one's going to be played at, because their field is still being worked on.
Yeah, so it might be Harbor Creek, right?
Harbor Creek is home.
Yeah,
that's senior night. That's the last home
No,
game.
Northeast plays in Harbor Creek, right, for their
They
home
have
games?
been, but they've also played at Iroquois as well.
Oh, well, all right then.
Well, we'll have the starting lineups, starting with the visitors. Number 1, Mackenzie Prather. Number 2, Nora Fedor. Number 3, Jordan DeRamio. Number 6, Haley Stadler. Number 8, Cici Caccione. Number 10, Ava Capizellio. Number 11, Maeve Melody. Number 16, Olivia Dixon. 17 is Brooklyn DeRamo. 18, Shelby Abagonde. And number 42 is Jordan Sens. She's the goalkeeper. And that is the Prep Ramblers starting lineup brought to us by J. Gill Heating and Plumbing. And now we will have the starting lineup for your Lady Beavers in the orange jerseys and black shorts. Prep Ramblers in the white jerseys tonight. Number 5, Morgan Martin. Number 6, Marley Martin. Number 8, Tenley James. Number 10, Mara Goodwell. Number 11, Ava Weatherby. Number 14, Lauren Fox. Number 13, Allie Simonson. Number 15, Ava Whiteley. Double zeros is Lindsay Hasbrook. She's a goalkeeper. And there's our Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Player of the Game, number 21, Delaney Nickerson. Number 22 is Amy Curtis. Mallory Dahlgren, number 23. And it's that time, Jack, after the starting lineups, brought to us by J. Gill Heating and Plumbing. We will go silent for the anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, there you have it, Jack. All the pregame ceremonies and festivities are finished up as we got through our Box It and Lock It pregame show. And the next thing is going to be the Fox Family Insurance opening kick, as it looks like, if I saw it right in warm-ups, Beavers going right to left on the screen, Ramblers going left to right. Again, Ramblers in the all-white jerseys tonight, Beavers in the orange jerseys and black shorts. The two guys out there in the yellow are the officials.
Dewey, I tell you, it's a good thing that they're wearing such contrasting jerseys, because Corry and Prep share the same color scheme, so it could have been a lot more difficult for us to tell who was who there.
Yes, it is. So here we go. Lindsay Hasbrook will send to the right in the net. So Beavers going right to left on the screen. Ramblers going left to right. And we are ready to get things going with the Fox Family Insurance opening kickoff here. Ava Weatherby out in the center, as it looks like she will put the ball into play here, Jack, as we await the Ramblers to take the field. Going to get this one put into play. We have 40 minutes up on the clock. Scoreboard brought to us by the Corry Federal Credit Union.
Some nice pregame music there. Get everybody pumped up.
And there's the opening whistle as Weatherby plays it back to Marley Martin. Plays it across the field. Dixon will knock it out of the air and settle it in her feet. Gives it to number 6. That's Stadler. Beavers steal it away and play it deeper into their own end. And Curtis will play it out of bounds on the far side, giving the Ramblers a Delia's Gifts and Decor throw-in on the far side there, Jack. Number 11 putting it back into play. That's Melody for the Ramblers. Dixon with it now, working down that left side. Crosser coming in, over the head of everybody, going to the near corner. As Stadler will track it down and keep control of it. Dahlgren on her in the corner. Crosser coming again, and that's over the back of the net and out of play. Giving the Beavers a kick from the goal crease. Nickerson will put it down and get this one put back into play. To Marley Martin, kicked out of the air, across the court, across the field. Played by Morgan Martin back out on the right side. They'll dump it down the flank, and trying to get to it is Whiteley. But the Ramblers get to it and play it back up the field. Back across the 50. Stadler gets it into Dixon inside the 20. Long shot. Goes to the right of the net and over the end line, out of bounds.
Seeing some early aggression here from Prep. That's 2 quick shots there from him.
It looks like Dixon is their ball handler and shooter from inside the 20. And she's directing a little bit of traffic there. So Beaver's going to have to keep an eyeball on her as Nickerson puts it back into play out across to the 30. Marley Martin plays it high in the air. Tenley James kicks it to the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds about the 5-yard line, giving the Ramblers a throw-in. As Prather will go over there and put it back into play. Tries to get it into Dixon, goes over her head, and the Beavers work it back out to the 20. Weatherby gets it to Whiteley. Whiteley out to the 35, and the Ramblers play it back in. Across the Stadler. Kicks it down the left flank. And Curtis is going to, well, Dixon gets to it before it goes over to the end line, and she wasn't able to save it. And the officials blow it dead. And that will give the Beavers another kick from the goal crease as Delaney Nickerson puts it down in the right corner. Puts foot to ball, gets that out across the 30. Ramblers play it there as the Beavers try to settle the ball down. Ramblers will work it back into the 25. Morgan Martin trying to settle the ball there and tried to get it over to Marley Martin as the Ramblers work it into the 20. Crosser coming in. Delaney Nickerson knocks it down inside the end zone, and she'll kick it out of bounds inside the end zone, giving the Ramblers a throw-in on the near side. That's number 8, Caccione, to throw it back in for the Ramblers. And now she's going to give way to Prather as Prather comes over to this side to throw it in for the Ramblers. Trying to get it into Nixon. Knocked out of the air by the Beavers. Again, Dixon gets a shot away, but there's Hasbrook right in front of it and scoops it out of the air with no rebound. And the play will come back up the field. Drop kick by Hasbrook out across to the 45. Over midfield and out of bounds at the 40-yard line where the Ramblers will get the throw in. This is DeRamio throwing in. Stadler with it. Gets it across to Ramio. Coming down the right flank. And they're going to lose it out of bounds inside the end zone, and Dahlgren will come over and put it back in play for the Beavers. As we await for Dahlgren to chase down a loose ball and get back up here. Here comes the throw-in over the head of Marley Martin as they work the near sideline. Stadler giving chase to it. Will corral it and get it to the middle of the field. They'll give it off to Dixon. She'll work to her left. Long shot. And she finds the back of the net. And the Ramblers will play from in front as they got that one by Hasbrook from about 15 yards out.
Yeah, just a lot of early pressure there from Prep. We've spent pretty much the whole time so far in their offensive zone. So, you felt like something like that was bound to happen eventually. But hopefully that's a bit of a wake-up for Corry, and they can respond here.
Yeah, Beavers need to find a way to get it out of their own end. It's, like you say, Jack, they probably most of that first 6 minutes inside of Prep's end, or Prep played that mostly inside the Beavers' end as they've worked it up front here. Weatherby trying to get free in behind the defense, and the Ramblers will work it back out to the 25. Morgan Martin comes up and playing it to the near side as trying to get Weatherby broke free. Ramblers get to the ball back out to the 20. And played back out across the 50 as they got it out to Diaramo. She'll send it over on the left wing as the Ramblers get it into Dixon inside the 15. Long shot again. Dahlgren's there to scoop up the ball and kick it back out across the 20. It's going to go out of bounds on the far side at the 25-yard line. Prather to play it back in for the Ramblers. Prather, high throw in. Knocked down by Marley Martin. Goodwill with it. As she gets muscled off the ball. And then Weatherby, Whiteley comes up with it, gets it back out the midfield. Abogundi plays it to the near side. Ramblers working down the middle of the field. And there's Tenley James plays it back out to the 40. As the Ramblers will work it back in from the 50. Coming up the near side. Stolen away here by Morgan Martin. Abagande plays it to the near side. Ramblers will settle it and work it back into the defense. DeRamo across to Abagande. Ramblers with it at midfield. Work it to the middle of the field to Stadler. And there's James again for the Beavers out to the 40-yard line off of Weatherby, and the Ramblers settle it again at midfield. Inside the 40. Work back to the middle of the field. Crosser comes in as they get it into DeRamo. And there's another shot by Dixon as she plants it in the back of the net again. And the Ramblers quickly have a 2-0 lead here, Jack.
Yeah, so far it just seems like Prep's being a bit more physical than the Beavers. They're getting a lot of open looks, and it feels like whenever the Beavers have the ball, there's always a Prep player right on them, whereas seems like Prep's players have quite a bit of separation.
Whiteley puts it into play, back to Morgan Martin, and she'll send it deep into the Rambler end, and the Beavers giving chase to it. And Abagandi's going to let it go out of bounds inside the 5, close to the goal line. And that will be Melody coming in to put it back into play for the Ramblers. Goodwill giving chase to it on that far side, and the Ramblers will play it all the way back out across the 40. Nickerson settles it at the 50. Plays it inside to the 30. Stolen away by the Ramblers, coming out the midfield and over. Dahlgren comes up. Working there with Simonson. But the Ramblers will get control of it here out at the 35. Stadler into the 30. Gets it inside to the 15. DeRamo will set it up as they try to get it into Dixon. And Amy Curtis will settle it inside the end zone. And she'll kick it back out to the 20 to Goodwill. Goodwill with it. Works it back to Curtis. Curtis out across the 30. Ramblers settle it there. Trying to get it into Dixon again. The touch pass is contested by Marley Martin. And the Ramblers get to the loose ball, send it in on Hasbrook. She'll scoop it up. And there is no rebound with 31 minutes to go in the half. Played high in the air, out across the 40. Ramblers settle it on their side of the 50. Whiteley giving chase to it. Gets it across to the 40. But the Ramblers will settle it at the 45, work it to the middle of the field and back across the 50. Stadler with it. Stays with it as the Ramblers get it to the near side to Doremo. Doremo down the near side, still with it at the goal line. Crosser coming in. And it's going to go all the way across the field. Ramblers give chase to it and save it from going out of bounds. That's number 2, Fedor. Simonson's knocked the ball down there, but the Beavers unable to get to the loose ball. Now Morgan Martin will play it back out to the 25, but the Beavers just can't seem to maintain possession of it. Dixon with it at the 20. Back to the middle of the field. Coming over to the near side. Doremo down the right side, trying to get it across her coming in, and she loses it out of bounds over the end line. Last touch by a Beaver, so a corner kick on the near side coming for the Ramblers, Jack.
Yeah, first one of the day, right?
Yep. As you have Caccione putting it back into play. Header comes in by Dixon. Everybody trying to settle it, and the ball's going to go high in the air, and Hasbrook leaps up and stabs it out of the air to alleviate that attack.
She had to go all the way up for that one.
Last shot taken by Prather. As the Ramblers will settle it at midfield here. Doremo will play it back to her defense. Capozzello plays it across to a goalkeeper and across to Abagondi. Out across the 25. Ramblers coming upfield quickly. Touched off her foot, but Doremo comes up the near side with it at midfield, and it goes off of Marley Martin out of bounds at the Dusty's towing midfield stripe. Ramblers play it back in quickly. Stadler to the middle of the field. Simonson on the ball, but ain't unable to gain control of it, and the Ramblers are going to lose it out of bounds about the 5-yard line. Dahlgren comes over to put it back into play.
Sounds like we've got a sub out there.
I think number 14, Lauren Fox, came into the ball game. And Amy Curtis comes out as the Ramblers have it at the 25-yard line. Lost it out of bounds. Doremo puts it back into play for the Ramblers. To the middle of the field with Dixon. She'll settle it. And there's a shot blocked by Goodwill. Fox on the ball here. Doremo down the right sideline. Reverses her field. Plays it back across to the hash mark. Stadler shoots it in. Nickerson played it back out. As the Ramblers get to the loose ball. Now Dahlgren will get to it and play it back out across the 40. And it'll go out of bounds about the 45-yard line where the Ramblers will get the throw in. And Brooklyn Doremo comes up to put it back into play, plays it back to her defense. To the 50, knocked down by Simonson. Across to Morgan Martin, she'll dump it into the prep end. Giving chase to it is Lauren Fox. And the Ramblers are going to play it back to the goalkeeper right at the goal line. They play catch with it on the near side. Doremo coming up the near side, good speed. She gets by a couple of Beavers and tries to play it to the middle of the field to Dixon. Touch pass to the hash mark. Plays it on the far side. And Ava Weatherby will get to the loose ball. Play it back out to the 25. Mara Goodwill tried to pass it to herself there, and the Ramblers work it back into the Beavers' end. Back out to the 30. Trying to get it to Goodwill. And I believe a tackle was called on that play, giving the Beavers a free kick about their 25-yard line. As Nickerson will put it back into play here. High in the air. Ramblers play it out of the air with a header across midfield. Caccione with it. Plays it to the middle of the field, stolen away by Simonsons. And Fox just not able to track it down as it goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Dewey, I gotta say, I've noticed the Ramblers, they seem to be a very good passing team. It always seems like they know where they want the ball to go and when they want it to get there.
Quick little short passes as they get it into Dixon. Dixon to the hash marks. As she got it in there to Stitson. And Duramo unable to save it in the end zone, and that will be a kick for the Beavers at the goal crease. Tenley James tees it up. Played out across the 20. Ramblers play it right back in again to the 10, to the middle of the field. There's Dixon, opposite corner. She has a hat trick. She has been money for the Ramblers here tonight, Jack. And she has made it 3-0 at the 24-43 mark here.
Yeah, and she's taking the shots from pretty far out, too. They're just really, really well placed.
Hasbrook has not had a chance to even make an attempt at some of them saves. But nice shooting there by Dixon. As she went to the right-hand corner a couple of times on the first two goals that she had. And she went top left corner that time. Morgan Martin plays it for the Beavers back across the 50. Ramblers will settle it back on the defensive end. They come to the near side. And it goes by Marley Martin all the way to Dahlgren. Dahlgren back across to the 50. Fox tries to settle it there. Statler there for the Ramblers, and she's working hard with the ball. Gets it across to Stinson. Tried to feed it to Dixon going up that hash mark, and Goodwill is there to corral the loose ball. Weatherby gets it up to Goodwill again. And now there's a handball, I believe, being called against the Ramblers. So the Beavers will have a free kick at their own 15-yard line. Whiteley knocks it down at midfield. Goes out of bounds off of her. Ramblers with the throw-in on the far side. Nickerson heads it off. Ramblers dump it back into the Beavers' end. Dahlgren tried to settle it there, but Stinson with it. And a shot comes in, and there goes Hasbrook down onto the ground to smother that one. As Dixon was on the doorstep looking for a juicy rebound.
Yeah, just some really good ball work there. I tell you what, Prep has had no trouble getting into the open field to this point.
Duramo with it in the middle of the field as the Ramblers play it back across the midfield stripe and work it quickly down. They'll work it around the perimeter here. Beavers giving good chase as Dahlgren gets to the loose ball and plays it back out to the 30. Whiteley with it at the 40. To the 45, to midfield. And trying to spring Goodwill down the right side, but going to lose it out of bounds about the 25-yard line. Melody on the far side will put it back into play for the Ramblers. Beavers contested over there, but they play it back to the defense. Morgan Martin knocks it down at midfield, and the Ramblers play it high in the air.
I believe I heard another whistle out there.
You did hear a whistle about the 45-yard line. And it was a call against the Beavers, Jack. So the Ramblers will have a free kick from their 41-yard line. And we're all the way down just about halfway through this first half. As the Ramblers try to work it up the near side. Lost it out of bounds about the 30-yard line. Beavers with the throw-in. Jaworski comes into the game as Goodwill will have a seat on the bench. And we're coming up on 21 minutes to go in the half. DeRemo plays it out of bounds, out of the air, giving the Beavers another throw-in down the near sideline. She'll play it high in the air with a header, and teammate can't keep it in bounds. That was number 21, Amelia Brown. As again, the Beavers have a throw-in, but unable to maintain possession, as the Ramblers will get it back across midfield with possession. Stinson plays it out wide. Jaworski giving chase to it, but the Rambler works around her. Melody into the middle of the field, and that's DeRemo. Dahlgren plays it back out to the 15. Ramblers play it right back in again. James heads it back out to the 20. Ramblers with it there. They'll play it back out to the 35. And the ball comes back to the near side and goes out of bounds. And the Beavers will have the throw in about their 15-yard line. Ball boys doing a good job of getting the loose balls back in, as Dahlgren had a choice there of what ball to use.
Yeah, we've had a lot of throw-ins over the past few minutes.
Beavers work it back across the 50, but it goes out of bounds. And here comes another throw-in by DeRemo. And she'll just play it back to her defense. Whiteley comes up, gives chase. Abagunde around her to 45-yard line to Prather. Prather working it down to the near hash. Trying to send it across or over. But Nickerson got in front of that pass. Beavers still trying to save it, but Hasbrook can't come up with the ball, and the shot is taken, but it goes wide left of the net. That could have been disastrous for the Beavers.
Very risky there.
And I believe they say it was last touched by a Beaver when it went over the end line. So it will be a corner kick for the Ramblers coming from the far side.
I do believe it bounced off of Hasbrook.
Crosser coming in. Shot taken, but it goes high and through the goalposts of the football and over the end line. So that will give the Beavers a kick from the goal crease, as Nickerson will tee it up and get it back into play here. Just under 19 minutes to go in the half. Played out to the 30-yard line. Ramblers settle it at the 35. Jaworski giving chase, and it'll be played back by the Ramblers all the way to the goalkeeper at the 20-yard line. Comes across to Capozel. I can't say that name. Capoziello.
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 Or Capoziello, maybe.
Capoziello. Ramblers with it at the 30. Working down the right side. DeRemo from her defensive position all the way into the goal end zone. And the crosser coming in. It's knocked down by James. Morgan Martin trying to clear, but put it right into Marley Martin. As the Beavers do a good job of getting back with some help there. Fox comes in. Ramblers with it at the 20. Long shot. Hasbrook with a sprawling save will keep it out of the net and gobbles up the rebound. And there's nothing for the Ramblers to pick up on the goal crease there, as Hasbrook will play it high in the air out to the 30. Beavers try to settle it on that far side. Ramblers get to it, work it to the middle of the field. Statler inside the 15. A little give and go here. Cross coming back in. And James is going to play it over the end line and out of bounds, as Hasbrook was coming out to make the save on it. Goodwill comes back into the game for the Beavers, as Whiteley will have a seat on the bench.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there. Instead of letting Hasbrook take it, now you've given Prep another corner kick.
Another corner kick upcoming for the Ramblers. And this is number 22, Sophia Stinson, putting it into play. Good crosser coming in. Ramblers unable to get to it as Fox gets to it, and she'll play it back out across the 20. Ramblers get to the loose ball and play it back to the 45. Fox on the ball here, trying to get it off of her and unable to do so, but it goes out of bounds off of Fox at the 35-yard line. Ramblers with the throw in. And this is Kate Peterson. And she'll get it back into play. DeRamo into the end zone. Crosser coming in. And again, a nice play there by Weatherby. She heads it over the end line. And another corner kick up coming for the Ramblers. Just under 16 minutes to go in the half. And again, that is Stinson with the corner kick. Hard crosser knocked down by Morgan Martin. Another shot by the Ramblers goes high and wide right of the net. Giving the Beavers another kick from the goal crease.
Dewey, the Beavers really got to try and generate some offense here. We still haven't really left their defensive zone.
Beavers knock it down at the 30 as Marley Martin tried to play it up the field but loses it. Ramblers dump it right back in. Marley Martin, hard play there, but blocked by the Ramblers. That was Fedor. Getting it into the end zone, stolen away by DeRamo, and that shot taken by Dixon was just about a foot above the crossbar. Ricochets back into play, but that was off of the football goalpost, and that is considered out of bounds, so the Beavers will get the kick from the goal crease.
It's also considered a doink in football.
Doink. We've seen a couple of them over the weekend.
We sure have.
Ramblers settle it and work it back into the Beavers' 20-yard line. Still with it. Beavers work it back out to the 40 where the Ramblers will settle it there. Peterson with it down the right flank. And lost out of bounds by the Beavers. DeRamo throws it into Dixon at the 10. Crosser into the middle of the field. Good job by who was that? Number 13. That was Simonson. Allie Simonson came in with a good defensive play there. As the Beavers work it back out to the 45. Ramblers with it. Abagunde plays it across the 50. Ramblers get to the loose ball into the 40. To the 30. Still with it. Working it up to the forwards here. DeRamo on the right side. There's a far shot, and it's going to go wide left of the net.
Big break there by the Beavers as once again Prep was able to break through the defense, and it was just down to Hasbrook.
Yeah, Brooklyn DeRamo with a wide open shot there. She just teed it up left of the net. As Nickerson will put it back into play for the Beavers out to the 30. Knocked down by the Beavers there. Comes all the way across the field to Marley Martin. And she tries to play it back across the field, unable to get it to a teammate. Ramblers steal it away. Beavers steal it back. Morgan Martin plays it high in the air back across the 50. Ramblers defense will work it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Sends, as she has not been busy at all here today. Abagunde down the left flank as the Ramblers work it out across midfield. Brown with it. Down into the 30. Inside to the 20. As James takes a hard hit. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Ramblers. As Dahlgren will put it back into play up the near sideline. Out to the 40. Ramblers play it back to Abagunde. She misplays it. Goodwill chases it down. But the Ramblers will let it go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Beavers with a throw-in. Morgan Martin will go over to the far side with the throw-in. See if the Beavers can maintain possession here and get a shot away. 12 minutes before the half, Ramblers lead it 3-0. Boy, Jack, the Beavers started out really good this year. Had a 5-0-1 record, but then they lost a tight one to Fairview, 1-0. They lost to Fort LaBeouf 3-0. They got beat badly by GM 8-0. And all of a sudden they're pushing 500.
Yeah, they're in a bit of a lull right now, and it seems like that's continued into this game. So you hope that they can regain some of that momentum by season's end, and hopefully get back into playoff contention there.
Oh, Ramblers working over midfield, get inside the 30, still with it inside the 10. Beavers defense doing a good job of keeping it from getting to the middle of the field. And that one is deflected over the end line, and it looks like last touch by the Ramblers as a loose ball comes into the goal crease, and Nickerson will tee it up in the right corner. Well, it's just the Beavers have had some pretty good competition in the last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, sounds like a super tough part of the schedule there.
Ramblers will settle it here at the 35. Down into DeRamo. A little give and go there. She'll lose it, but it deflects off of her back to Weatherby at the goal line, and she'll just play it off bounds on the near side about the 5-yard line. And Peterson will throw it back in for the Ramblers. Weatherby picks it out of the air, but the Ramblers get to it and play it up the field, but I see a Beaver getting up slowly there. And it looks like play has been whistled down. And the Beavers with a free kick at their own 10-yard line. We've rolled under 10 minutes to go in the half as Nickerson plays it out to the 45-yard line, picked out of the air by Fedor. Ramblers still with it on the far side. That's Dixon. And the Ramblers are going to play it back across the 50, back to their defense. Capozzello. There you go. I got it now. Capozzello. And they'll try to send it into DeRamo, but she can't get it before it goes over the end line. Gave good chase to it, but unable to corral it. And the Beavers will have another kick from the goal crease as Whiteley comes back into the game, and Fox will have a seat on the bench. Nickerson plays it onto the right flank. Roll all the way back to the 50, and the Ramblers are going to work it around all the way back to their goalkeeper at the 15-yard line. Up the near hash to Fedor. Fedor over the 50. Still with it. Into Dixon. Dixon touch pass. Over here to Caccione. Weatherby comes out. Good play there by Hasbrook to alleviate that attack as Brooklyn DeRamo was coming in. And good communication there between Hasbrook and Weatherby because that could have been a disastrous collision there right in the goal crease. Jaworski giving chase to it on the far side. Ramblers will get to it, play it to the middle of the field. Right back into the 20. Long shot coming. Wide right of the net and over the end line. 8 minutes to go before the half. And that shot was taken by number 8, CC Caccione.
And it sounded like we had another sub there. I think he said Mallory Dahlgren.
Yeah, she came back in as Janes takes a seat on the bench. And that goes off the chest of a Goodwill. Ramblers will settle it in the middle of the field. And there's another shot by the Ramblers, but right into the waiting hands of Hasbrook. And she'll alleviate this attack. And drop kick it back into play. Whiteley picks it out of the air. Ramblers touch it down. And the Beavers play it back to the middle of the field. Ramblers will play it up the right hash. Marley Martin gets to a loose ball and dumps it across midfield. Ramblers with it, play it right back over. And they'll set up the play on the right side. Back across the 50, down the sideline. Back come to the middle of the field to Dixon. Dixon passes it off. Ramblers with it down that left hash mark. As Morgan Martin will just bull her way into that one. And the Beavers will get it played back out across the 30. Goodwill to the right side to Jaworski, and the Ramblers will get to it and play it back to their goalkeeper at the 10-yard line. Comes across to Capozzelli. Ramblers working across midfield, right down to hash marks. And they'll try to dump it in, and here will be Hasbrook scooping it up as a speedy Brooklyn DeRamo couldn't catch up to it in time. I thought she might have, but Hasbrook was out of her crease long enough to get it. And here comes a break for the Beavers. But the Ramblers get to it and dump it out of bounds as Goodwill had a little bit of a break there. Beavers with the throw in at the 30-yard line. Everybody will get set here as Morgan Martin will throw it in to Goodwill. Back to Martin. And I believe it was last touched by a Rambler, and it's going to go over. Nope, they save it before it goes over the end line and work it back out of the end zone. Up the near sideline and out of bounds about the 40-yard line as Dahlgren will come up and throw it back into play. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the half. Beavers looking to get that goose egg off the scoreboard as they put a little pressure on here. Ramblers play it back into their own end inside the 5-yard line. Into the end zone. Whiteley steals it away, gets through one defender, and can't get it into the middle of the field to the waiting teammate that got herself into a good position. Nickerson at the 30, long shot there, bounces, and it's scooped up by the goalkeeper, Zenz, as she makes her first save of the night.
Yeah, we're finally seeing some pressure here from the Beavers, and now we've got Prep's goalkeeper having to work.
To the top of the box, plays it high in the air. Dixon knocks it into the Beavers' end as DeRamo with good speed down the right side, and she'll sidestep one left foot and just wide left of the net and over the end line. But a nice shot there taken by Brooklyn DeRamo, nearly finding the left corner there. And that would have made it 4-0, but it stays 3-0 with 4 minutes to go before the half. Delaney Nickerson puts it into play. Drives it up the right side to Jaworski at the 30. And she'll save it there, but the Ramblers get her off the ball. And Nickerson comes up, plays it out across the 45. It'll roll back into the Ramblers' end, and they'll play it back to the goalkeep. At the 15. She'll play it across to her defense at the 10. Stolen away by Morgan Martin. Weatherby back out the midfield as the Ramblers will work it down the right flank now. DeRamo. And she'll try to get around Dahlgren and does. Gets a shot away, but a nice save there by Hasbrook as she set up, got good and square to her, and takes the shot away from her as DeRamo put it right into the breadbasket of Hasbrook. Beavers have worked it out across midfield here. Ramblers with it, and they'll just work it back to the goalkeeper at the 10. Come to the near side to Peterson. Peterson tried to put it down past Marley Martin, and she knocks it out of bounds, so Peterson to throw in. And her foot was on the line. So the Beavers will get a throw in here with just under 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Tenley Janes comes up to the forward position. Morgan Martin with the ball in hand to throw it back in. Tried to get it into Goodwill. Ramblers get to it, play it high in the air out across the 40 to the 45. Lakeland Bale played it, trying to get it to Janes. The Ramblers lose it out of bounds on the near side. Morgan Martin with a throw-in. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Beavers trying to mount a little pressure here. Goes off of Ava Whiteley into the end zone. They'll play it back to the middle of the field and back out to the 30. Ramblers doing a nice job of knocking these balls down and getting them settled as Brooklyn DeRamo gives chase at the 5-yard line, still with it, to the middle of the field. Dixon with another shot, and there's Hasbrook, and she gobbles that one up. As, boy, the Ramblers had a fast break there, utilizing the speed of DeRamo and nearly cashing in for their 4th goal again.
Yeah, they've loved going to her because she is more than fast enough to catch up to those balls.
Beavers collapse on her this time, and we'll kick it over the sideline out of bounds, which under a minute to go in the half. DeRamo to throw in, waiting for her teammates to get into position. A header to the middle of the field, knocked out of the air, knocked down by Morgan Martin, but the Ramblers steal it away and come right back into the 15. And there's a shot, and it goes wide right of the net with 30 seconds to go in the half. Hasbrook hands the ball off to Delaney Nickerson. She'll put it down in the right corner. 20 seconds to go in the half. High in the air, down the right side. Ramblers knock it out of the air. Morgan Martin plays it all the way across into the Ramblers' end. Goalkeeper Sens comes out and plays it at the 20. And that will do it for the half. Ramblers lead it 3-0. We're going to get a couple words in from some of our sponsors here, Jack, and be back right after this.
Have you ever wanted to move south but needed a job first? Viking Plastics could be the perfect fit. With locations in Louisville, Kentucky, and Jeffersonville, Indiana, we have many positions to offer. Come join the team today at vikingplastics.com/careers or email employment@vikingplastics.com.
Burns Garage is your local one-stop shop for all your auto repair needs. Family owned and operated in Corry for over 50 years, Burns offers general auto repair, PA inspection, emission testing, and front-end alignments. Burns is located at 10460 Route 426 in Corry. Give them a call today to schedule your auto repair at 814-664-9446. Burns Garage, your local one-stop shop for all your auto repair needs. Since 1968, UTEG's Body Shop has been Corry's leader in offering complete collision and refinishing services, including unitized frame alignment. Located at 633 East Smith Street in Corry, UTEG's is a family-owned business that offers free estimates, insurance company assistance, lifetime warranty, automotive glass replacement, and paintless dent repair. UTEG's would like to thank all of their customers and welcome the new ones. To schedule your appointment today, call UTEG's Body Shop at 814-663-2562. Thank you for choosing UTEG's as your selected auto body repair facility.
Hi, this is Bob Brown from Corry Snap Fitness and our new facility. Hey, as summer is winding down and fall is coming around the corner, come in and check out all of our new equipment and fitness packages that we have here at Snap Fitness. Don't forget that we also have tanning, we have a walking track, and it's for beginners to the most advanced. We have it all. Come and see us at Corry Snap Fitness. My name is Bob Brown, and I'm the owner.
Need a reliable contractor? Sawyer Builders General Contracting is your local expert. Sawyer Builders handles new construction, remodels, garages, roofing, and more. Quality work, on time, and within budget. Call Talon today at 814-462-4628. Sawyer Builders. Let's build your dream together.
Welcome to Salt Church. We have been in existence for 16 years already, and the main purpose of even having this kind of a experience with everyone is to really dive into the Word. We serve, we anoint, we live, and we train people to just be open to what God is doing in our lives. You are welcome here at Salt Church. We have services Sunday morning at 10:30 here in the sanctuary, but we also have breakfast at 9 o'clock and discipleship training in between the two. So it's a really happening place here on Sunday mornings. We also have life groups, men's groups, women's groups, youth groups, worship stuff. We have all sorts of things for the whole family. Come check us out. We'd love to see you.
We're insurance agents. Of course, we're going to ask you about all the residents of your household, including Granny, who doesn't drive your car. We're insurance agents. Of course, we're going to send you that ID card that you asked for while we were shopping at the grocery store. We're insurance agents. Of course, we drive around the neighborhoods looking at everybody's roofs and commenting on the trees that are going to fall in your neighbor's house. We're insurance agents. Of course, we ask you about your dog and what type of breed they are, and we listen to stories about how they only bit the mailman that one time. We're insurance agents. Of course, we're going to walk around your house and take pictures on all sides, and then we're going to talk to you about installing a railing on your steps. We're insurance agents. Of course, we put road service on your policy, but we don't put it on our own. We're insurance agents. Of course, we got boots on our back seat. We've got files galore. We've got paperwork. We've got a measuring tape, and we got briefcases. We're Team Rosbeck, and we're here to protect your family and your assets that you've accumulated all your life. That's why we're here to work hard for you. P.S. Personal Service.
Hey, welcome to Peace Beat. I'm Erin.
And I'm Missy.
And we want you to feel comfortable.
In your own skin.
And we want you to feel like you belong
Here.
here. We have a little bit of everything for pretty much everyone. If you're a husband, we have a husband chair. If you're extra smallish, 2, 3X-ish, we've got you. Don't know how to dress your body? We've got you. Basically the concept is you belong here and we've got you. Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 5:30, except for Wednesdays, open till 8, and Saturday, 10 to 2. Not Sunday, take a break. I hope you come, check us out, it'll be worth your time.
When it comes to asphalt paving services, P2 Paving is second to none. They not only provide high quality and reliable asphalt work, but they also aim to provide their customers with the best level of service possible. Serving all of northwestern Pennsylvania, P2 Paving is the source for your asphalt paving and sealing needs. Whether it's a small home driveway or a large commercial complex, P2 Paving can handle any job. Give them a call today at 814-665-5190 or visit them online at www.p2pavingco.net. Let P2 pave for you. Lake Erie Appliances, located at 4960 Iroquois Avenue in Erie. They offer great deals on scratch and dent models with a 1-year warranty. Items like washers, dryers, both gas and electric, refrigerators, chest freezers, stoves and ranges, and microwaves. Appliances from top brand names like Samsung, Maytag, Kenmore, General Electric, LG, and Whirlpool. Buy a used or refurbished unit with a 90-day warranty. Open Mondays from 9 to 3, Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call today at 814-528-7072 or check them out at Facebook at Lake Erie Appliances, LLC. Knapp's Butcher Block, located at 11523 Route 6 in Corry, offers custom processing for beef, pork, and lamb. You can purchase individual cuts of your choice of meat and hamburger, or stock up. Fill your freezer by purchasing half or whole cows or hogs, both grass and grain-fed. For more information, pricing, and availability, give Knapp's Butcher Block a call today, 814-964-0225. Butcher Block also offering deer processing from now to the end of deer season. K&E Surveyors, located in Corry, PA, provides professional land surveying. Licensed and insured in Pennsylvania and New York, they offer surveying services for small lot, large boundaries, subdivisions, site planning, topographic surveys, and elevation certificates. For a free estimate, call Scott Johnson today at 814-873-9333 or by email at srjohnson.pls@gmail.com.
Are you tired of your car's heating and air conditioning not working, especially in this crazy Pennsylvania climate? Give us a call, 814-664-9602, or stop on down to Jim's Automotive at 13250 Route 6. Let us get the parts and tools you need to get it repaired. Don't forget, we have gas, diesel, off-road diesel, kerosene, non-ethanol, and propane. Get it all in one stop.
Thank you for your business.
Around every corner, there's a Napa here to keep you moving. Backed by a nationwide network of nearly 6,000 auto parts stores and over 17,000 auto care centers nationwide. Napa has the products, people, and knowledge you need to find the automotive solutions you've been searching for.
Stop by your locally owned Napa Auto Parts store today. JH Napa Auto Parts, 955 North Center Street in Corry, 85 Waterford Street in Union City, and 12661 Route 19 in Waterford. As licensed and insured contractors, J. Gill Plumbing and Heating offers expertise in heating, air conditioning, water heating repair, and installation. Are you ready to enhance your home's comfort? At J. Gill Plumbing and Heating, they're dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Contact J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today for expert advice, product inquiries, and professional installation services. Give them a call today at 814-654-7624 or visit them at 275 Main Street in Spartansburg. Humes Ford of Corry is proud to be one of the premier dealerships in the Corry area, carrying a full line of new Ford products and all makes of quality used vehicles. Humes Ford offers auto sales, financing, service, and parts. From the moment you walk into their showroom, you'll know their commitment to customer service is second to none. Whether you need to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned vehicle, you've come to the right place. Humes Ford of Corry, 13626 Route 6 in Corry. Contact them today at 814-665-8207 or visit them online at www.humesford.net.
And welcome back here to the Dee's Experience Sports Train. I'm Dewey Hurd. Alongside me is Jack Hasbrook, and we just got through the Humes Ford of Corry halftime. And, boy, it was nothing but Ramblers in that first half, Jack, as it was a Dixon show, as number 16, Olivia Dixon, scored the first goal at the 34:56 mark, her second goal at the 32:32 mark, and her third goal at the 24:43 mark. As we get going here in the second half, Ramblers going right to left on the screen now, and the Beavers going left to right. As they work it back into the Beavers' end, Dahlgren works it back out to the 40. Ramblers quickly back into the Beavers' end here at the 25. Fedor with it. And the ball will get in on Hasbrook, and she'll scoop it up and alleviate that push up the field. I do appreciate one of the people in the stands coming up to me and giving me some pronunciations. So hopefully I can not butcher these names in the second half. And that ball gets by number 3, Duramo. The other Duramo, that's Jordan Duramo. Right to Hasbrook, and Hasbrook will put it back into play at the 5. Play down the down the far hash. Beavers get it out across the 40. And trying to send Weatherby away with it, but Sens comes up and plays it back into the Beavers' end. Curtis to Morgan. Martin at the 30. Out wide to Marley Martin. Back across midfield. Abagundi plays it back across. as Fedor works down the near hash, being followed there by Morgan Martin, dumped into Dahlgren, picked out of the air. Janes unable to clear, and the Ramblers come back with it. There's a long shot, and there's Hasbrook down on her knees making the save. And I'll tell you what, one of the JV games that we played this year, Jack, I seen one squeak through her legs, and I think that's why she goes down to her knees like that to prevent that from squeaking through. Curtis plays it on the near side, out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Prather comes over. Or did he say it was Prather?
No, it's Prather.
Prather. See, I'll find a way to butcher it one way or the other.
We're seeing a bit of shades of the start of the first half here so far, Dewey. Prep looking to get out fast and get another quick goal in here, as we've spent the whole time in their offensive zone, and Hasbrook's already had to make some saves just like that.
And another save there off the foot of CC Cachon. Is that how you say that? Cachon?
I think so.
Cachon with a good shot there. Beavers able to get it back out to the 45. Ramblers take it back. Cachon, middle of the field, as Simonson plays it off of her. It rebounds to Curtis, and the Ramblers try to play it at the 45 here. Get it back into Dixon at the 25. Played to the near side. At number 11, Melody, to the far side. And a good play there by Dahlgren to keep it from getting in past her at the 5-yard line. Plays it back out of bounds at the 30. Brooklyn, DeRamo puts it back into play, and the Beavers again push it out of bounds on the far side at the 30-yard line. And again, the Ramblers dump it back in. Beavers played out to the 40. Ramblers with it there. Get it in here to the 20. And there's a shot, and it's in the back of the net. And was that number 8? CC Cachon?
I think so. It was either 8 or number 3.
Just waiting for her to turn around. And there she is. I'll get the score updated just a second. Yep, that was Cachon with the goal at 35, we'll say 36-minute mark. So the Ramblers strike here rather early in the second half.
It's around the same time they scored in the first half, if my memory serves me well.
Well, the first goal was at 34:56. This first goal here was at the 36-minute mark here of the second half. As the Ramblers comfortably out in front, 4-0 now. Dahlgren with a throw in on the far side, knocked out of the air by the Ramblers. DeRamo, and it went off of a Beaver, so she'll throw it in on that far side. Coming across to the near side. Melody off of Weatherby. And unable to maintain possession was Morgan Martin, and the Ramblers will dump it in on their far side. As DeRamo will chase it down in the end zone. Still with it, being guarded there by Dahlgren. And Dahlgren got the better of her, played it out to the 20. Long shot there over the top of the net and over the end line, giving the Beavers a kick from the goal crease. And we're just under 35 minutes to go in the ball game now, Jack. A lot of what we saw in the first half we're seeing here in the second half. A lot of possession by the Ramblers in the Beavers' end. And a lot of kicks from the goal crease. And Beavers unable to get it much past out the 20-yard line. As Cachon has it at the 30. Played across to Peterson. There's a long shot and rebound. Ricochets off the crossbar, off the back of Hasbrook, and comes out of bounds on the near side.
I thought for sure it was going to slide in off of Hasbrook's back there.
I don't know how it didn't bounce in off of her back. Must be she was just turned a little bit sideways as that went off the top of the crossbar, hit Hasbrook, and fell to the side harmlessly as the Beavers get it out to Whiteley at the 20-yard line. Out to Weatherby, and that'll send Marley Martin down that far side as she'll settle it at the 40. Reverses her field, out across the 40 to the 45. Knocked out of the air by the Ramblers at midfield. Beavers collapse on the ball there, unable to get it out across the 40. Ramblers get it back into the 25. Crosser coming here, and that should have been whistled on the offside. But they're going to say that was a good goal by Dixon, and that's number 4 for her at the 33:08 mark. I didn't think she was onside, but.
No, that was definitely offside. But once again, Dixon just finds a way to get into the back of the net. That's her 4th. She's on a tear tonight.
3, the natural hat trick in the first half, and 1 more here in the second, as the Ramblers are turning this into a blowout. Beavers put it back into play. Goodwill trying to come up the right side. Abagunde tried to get it by Weatherby, unable to do so, and the Ramblers will play it all the way back to Sens in the goal crease. She'll working around on her defense to the far side. Over to DeRamo. Back to the middle of the field. To midfield and over with Fedor. Back out on the far side. Stadler lost it, and the Beavers play it back out the midfield. DeRamo back into the middle of the field to Fedor. Across to Cachon. Long shot is saved by Hasbrook as she makes it look easy. Dropping down to that butterfly style on her knees. No ball going to sneak through between the legs on that stop.
She's had to get into that position quite a lot tonight. And as you say, probably to avoid getting the ball between her legs accidentally.
Again, the Ramblers try to work it in down on the right side, but they lose it out of bounds about the 5-yard line. Beavers will get the throw in, and we're going to have Fox and Bale come back into the game for the Beavers, as James and Whiteley will have a seat on the bench. Dahlgren waiting for the throw-in for her teammates to get into position. And the Beavers knock it out of bounds at the 30-yard line, giving the Ramblers a throw-in. Dumped in at the 20. Bale plays it out to the 30. DeRamo with it there at the 35. Plays it back to the defense at midfield. Worked it in again at the 35. To the 20, or to the 30, now to the 20. Unable to get the crosser back through as Dahlgren gets it back out to the 25. Played to the middle of the field, intended for Fox. Fox can't get to it, and the Ramblers will work it back to the defense. Prather worked it in. Nice crossover move there by Fedor. Trying to get Cachon, broke free and unable to do so. Now Goodwill trying to spin around Abagunde. And the Ramblers will work it back into Sens at the goal. Right up the hash mark. Prather all the way down to the 30. Sends it into Dixon at the 15. And there's a shot. Hasbrook knocks it down, and she'll corral the rebound as Dixon took another shot from about the 10-yard line. And Hasbrook had a little trouble catching that one, but she'll play it back out to the 50-yard line. Goodwill knocks it down at the 40. Ramblers collapse on her and get it back out to the 45. Ramblers right down the middle of the field. Trying to get it to Dixon. Nice crossover there. Good stop there by Hasbrook to deny the point-blank shot from Dixon. And the Beavers work it back out to the 20. There's a long shot, and it's over everything and over the end line. And that will give the Beavers a kick from the goal crease as we're just under 30 minutes to go in the ball game.
And Dixon's come awfully close to getting her fifth. We know from prior goals that she can make it from shooting out by the 10-yard line, and almost went in there. And then she had yet another open field opportunity. So good on Hasbrook for getting both of those saves.
Ramblers work it right back into the Beavers' end on the far side here. Dahlgren giving chase over there in good defensive position. Denying the crossover as Hasbrook comes out of the crease to pluck that one out of the air. And she'll put it high in the air, close to midfield. Bounces at the 45. Ramblers will settle it there. Back across the 50. Here they come again. Prather. Martin deflects it, and Weatherby dumps it into the Rambler end. DeRamo will throw in on the far side for the Ramblers as we have a substitute coming in. It's Stinson coming in, and that is Fedor leaving the ball field for the Ramblers. Down the far sideline they go. Simonson plays it back across the 50 and out of bounds. Ramblers throw it back in. Dahlgren looking to settle it at the 25, gets it out across the 30. Ramblers with it there at the 35 to the middle of the field. Cachon, little drop pass to Dixon, back to Cachon, trying to return it out there. And Dixon kicked it just wide of the net past the sliding Hasbrook. As she came out to press the issue there and nearly got burnt on it.
Yeah, a foot more to the right, and that ball rolls in.
Janes comes back into the game as Weatherby and Curtis come out for the Beavers. Jaworski, I believe, came into the ball game. DeRamo plays it out to midfield here. Fedor down the right hash. Good job there by Simonson to come up and deny it, but the Ramblers will put it right back in again. Again, Simonson plays it back out across the 40 to the 50. Abagunde plays it out to the wide side. DeRamo plays it down the far sideline. And again, she had a good shot at it to clear it there, but just swung and missed. And the Ramblers will work it back in at the 35 to the 30. Inside the 20 at the 10. The Beavers push it out wide again, and it's over the end line, hits the side of the net, and that will give the Beavers a kick from the goal crease as we're under 26 minutes to go in the half, a.k.a. the ball game. Nearly stolen away there by Dixon at the 20. Stinson gets a return pass, and she puts it into the top right corner. And it is an official runaway now. 25-27 with a running clock.
There was no stopping that shot, Dewey. That was that was shot out of a cannon, and it was pretty perfectly placed, too. There was no real way for Hasbrook to jump up and get her hands on that one.
Good job by Stinson there as she passed it off to a teammate, got the return pass and settled it, and it was quickly off her foot in the upper right-hand corner. And now we will have a running clock the rest of the way. Beavers play it into the Ramblers' end, and they'll settle it. Abagunde at the 30-yard line plays it to the far side to DeRamo. Out across the 40. She'll reverse it back to her defense. Out across the 40 now. Prather to DeRamo. as the Beavers are content to keep it to the outside. Ramblers work it inside now. Cachone to Dixon with a touch pass to Stinson. And the Beavers get to it and play it back out to the 30. Using a far sideline there, trying to work it back into the middle. And Hasbrook is going to try and track it down and does as she comes sliding out of the goal crease to alleviate that pressure. Hasbrook plays it out to the 30. It'll roll out to the 40. Out across the midfield as the Beavers look to settle it here. Ramblers collapse on the ball there. Get it back across the 50. Inside the 40. Down to the 30. Still going wide with it. Inside the 10. Into the end zone. They reverse their field and the Beavers come away with it. Morgan Martin plays it out to the 30. Fox is there for the Beavers as DeRamo using a little bit of her body English there to rub Fox off the ball. And I think, did that go out of bounds on the far side there, Jack?
I believe it did, yeah. Looks like Prep's going to get a throw in. Yeah.
Dahlgren gets to the loose ball, plays it out to the 45. Abagundi plays it there. And a good play there by, I think that was Lauren Fox, pushing the issue there as neither player was giving ground there. Dixon with it here at the 10-yard line. Trying to work around the corner here, being guarded by Nickerson. And it bounces off of Nickerson and over the end line. And it'll be a corner kick for the Ramblers coming from the near side. Crosser coming. It's going to clear all the way over. A header on the far side. Ricochets around a little bit there, but nobody's able to settle it on the ground. Finally, the Ramblers get it down at the 10. At the 5, get it into the open. And Hasbrook with a nice diving save to her right. Can't find a handle on it, but it ricochets and goes over the end line out of bounds. And the Ramblers will have another corner kick from the near side.
And Dewey, the Ramblers are not taking their foot off the gas at all. They are content to keep scoring.
Here comes a crosser. All the way to the far side. It's headed back across to the kicker from the corner. She sidesteps one Beaver, but loses it over the end line. And that will be a kick from the goal crease for the Beavers as they alleviate that attack. And we are under 21 minutes to go in the ball game. Ramblers out in front 6-0. They led 3-0 after the first half, and they found 3 more goals here in the second half. Beavers play it out to Jaworski at the 30. The Ramblers will get it and bounce it off of Jaworski out of bounds. So they'll get the throw in just inside the 30. DeRamo on the near side with it. Plays it back to Stetson. Jaworski giving chase there, unable to get to it. Now she'll get to the loose ball at the 20-yard line. Reverses her field nicely, but right to a Rambler, and she pushes her off of the ball, and the Beavers play it back out to the 50. Abagande at the 45. Got past Whiteley. And the Ramblers dump it into the Beavers' end, as Nickerson will play it back across the 50 and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Played into DeRamo. Some quick passing by the Ramblers as they'll work it around the perimeter to the far side. Tried to get around the Beaver on that far side, but not able to do so, but they still maintain possession here as they get inside the 30. Beavers work it out of bounds on the far side. Ramblers with another throw in. Inside the 10. Played there by the Beavers, and I believe that went in over the end line. And that will give the Ramblers a corner kick from the far side this time. Stadium lights are on here, Jack, as the new lights look good.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, with each passing day, it gets darker earlier and earlier. So we're going to be seeing them a lot more throughout the rest of the fall.
There's a nice Grosser goal by the Ramblers. In on with the header. I did not get a number of the goal scorer. I'm thinking it was Prather. But I'm not positive on that. But it's 7-0 now. Neither team able to settle the ball here.
Sounds like we just got a whistle.
A whistle against the Ramblers for a tackle at about the 35-yard line. Beavers will settle it there. Morgan Martin will tee it up here. Abagandi plays it back out across the 30. Morgan Martin giving chase to it. And she'll try and dump it back in, but unable to keep it in bounds. Ramblers will get the throw in with 7:20 to go, or 17:20 to go. Again, the Ramblers lose it out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Amy Curtis comes up to put it back into play with the throw in. Down the near sideline, and the Ramblers can't keep it in bounds. And now they do. Officials did not blow that dead. Back to the middle of the field as the Ramblers move up the field quickly here. Inside the 30 to the 25 and over to 20. Dahlgren plays it back out here. Goodwill has to try to play it back in, and the Ramblers get to the loose ball. Curtis comes up, and now Morgan Martin will play it over to Weatherby. Weatherby gets it out to midfield, and the Ramblers will play it to the far side off of Prather.
No, you're right, Prather.
Beavers pushing it down the far side. Ramblers get to it and play it back to the goalkeeper, Sens. Out across the 20 to the 30 to the 40. Down the near sideline, they'll settle it. And Prather just plays it right out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Giving the Beavers a throw in here late in the game. Morgan Martin with ball in hand will put it into play. Abagandi picks it out of the air with a header. Beavers play it right back in again, but out of bounds on the near side. And that will give Troutman a throw in on the near side. And unable to save it is Stinson. So the Beavers will have a throw in at the 40. Morgan Martin with the ball in hand here. Got the return pass from Goodwill, put it high in the air, played down at the 25-yard line and out of bounds by the Ramblers. Off the foot of Troutman. Beavers with a throw in here as they're mounting a little bit of pressure. Morgan Martin comes to the sideline and has a seat on the bench as Fox comes back into the ball game. Ramblers making a substitution as well. Beavers get it inside the 10. Ramblers play it out of bounds again at the 10. So a little bit of pressure here, Jack, as
yeah, slowly moving up the field.
Ramblers again play it. Goodwill plays it as well. Simonson. There's a shot by Whiteley. from the far side. And no, that was Marley Martin, my bad. And Sens picks that out of the air for about her third save of the game. Under 15 minutes to go as she takes her time at the 10-yard line to put this one back into play. All the way across midfield. Nickerson heads it back across to midfield, but the Ramblers get to it, and will play it back into the Beavers' end. To the 30, still with it. Back across to the middle of the field to Cashone. At the 15. And the Ramblers put it into the back of the net again. This time, I think that was Stinson, number 22, with a goal. Her second of the night. So it's an official runaway, Jack. 8-0.
Yep, we are, I believe, on running clock.
Oh, we've been on running clock for a while.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if the Beavers, they were getting some pressure there for a while. We'll see if they can turn that into a goal and get that goose egg off the board.
Ramblers work it up the near sideline. Stinson to Cashone. She'll cross over to the middle of the field at the 30-yard line and loses the ball. Gets it back again and works it inside the 15. Trying to go out wide again, and the Beavers get to it. Protects it and gets it out to Dahlgren. Beavers unable to get it much past the 25. Ramblers knock it down at the 35 here and play it right back in again. Now Nickerson out to midfield, but the Ramblers knock it down and put it back into the 40. To the 35. Reverses her field back to the middle of the field here. Prather. Deflection, and that goes in the back of the net, and that was scored by Jordan DeRamo. And the goals keep coming for the Ramblers.
Yeah, they are really pouring it on here.
Jaworski puts it down at midfield here. Plays it back to Fox. Fox to the far side. Marley Martin sidesteps one. Rambler gets across midfield to the 45, to the 40. Pushes it in. Gives chase. And the Ramblers play it down the far sideline out to midfield. And over. Inside the 40. Still with it. Inside the 20, inside the 10. Beavers staying right with her. And it goes over the end line, and it'll be a corner kick for the Ramblers. Or did he point to the goal?
He pointed to the goal.
He pulled to the goalkeeper. And Morgan Martin comes back into the ball game. Ava Whiteley has a seat on the bench. Bale comes back in, as Curtis will have a seat on the bench. Janes comes back into the ball game for the Beavers, and Dahlgren will head to the bench.
Looks like we're going to have a throw in here for Corry.
Yep, on the far side. Contested by the Ramblers as they continue to mount some pressure here on the Beavers. Marley Martin plays it on the far side there. Ramblers will settle it, bring it back into the 35 to the 30. Cashone inside the 20, in the 15. And there's a shot, and it goes wide left of the net and over the end line. Shot taken there by DeRamo. Jordan DeRamo. Cashone looks like she's coming out of the game. Beavers with a kick from the goal crease, comes all the way out to the 35-yard line. Fox to play it there across midfield. Beavers get it worked in. Abagunde plays it back across midfield. Morgan Martin giving chase to it there. Gets it into the left wing for Marley Martin. She'll play it back to her defense. And back to the 50-yard line. And out of bounds on the far side. Looked like a last touch by the Ramblers. Beavers with a throw-in, just under 9 minutes to go in the game. Touch back into the middle of the field. Ramblers will settle it at their own 45. Across the 50. As they'll send a chaser in. And Hasbrook's going to come out and scoop up that attack. As she had a couple of players bearing down on her, but she was able to beat them all to the ball and alleviate that pressure. Played high in the air. Touched down by Goodwill. At the 40, Ramblers get control of it. Played in the middle of the field to the 20. Nickerson plays it out to midfield, and it'll go out of bounds just the other side of the 50, giving the Ramblers a throw-in with 8 minutes to go in the ball game. DeRamo comes out of the ball game. In is Kate Toohey. As the Beavers play it back out across the 40 to the midfield. And the Ramblers will steal it back and play it right down that far sideline at the 40. Beavers get to a loose ball and play it back out across the 40. To the middle of the field to Goodwill. Unable to corral it there. Ramblers work it right back in. Stinson to the 30. Crosses over, gets back to the middle of the field, still with possession of it. Got a return pass here. Weatherby giving chase to it. She's in on the goalkeeper, and it's into the back of the net. And Stinson with a hat trick here tonight, as the Cathedral Prep Ramblers are going to hang a 10 spot on the Beavers here tonight.
Yeah, Stinson has had a really, really strong second half. As that was some really nice footwork there to squeak that ball through.
Got in deep into the goal crease there. Kind of froze Hasbrook and just buried it into the open net on the right side. Beavers play it back to their defense here. As they get it across the 50, knocked down by Stinson. Coming to the near side. Fox giving chase. It ricochets off of a Rambler out of bounds. Beavers with a throw-in. Emery Passenger into the game here for the Beavers. And it looks like Delaney Nickerson will be coming out of the ball game. Morgan Martin with a throw-in right down the near sideline. It'll roll down to about the 25-yard line. Abagunde plays it to the middle of the field. Ramblers out across the 45. Down to near hash. Beavers get it played to the sideline and out of bounds at the 15. Ramblers with the throw-in as they try to work it inside the end zone, but it's knocked back out to the 30-yard line. Ramblers with it there, back to the middle of the field. They'll settle it there. Fox giving chase, got her off the ball. Beavers work it out across the 30 to the 40. Still with it across the 50. Reverses her field with it. And the Ramblers will steal it back at the 50-yard line. Inside the 40. Still with it. To the middle of the field. Ramblers get it inside the 20. Coming to the near side. Get a shot away, and Hasbrook with a diving save keeps it out of the back of the net as we are under 5 minutes to go in the game.
I tell you what, I know the score is a runaway, but Hasbrook's been really busy tonight, and in the midst of all the goals, she's also made some really, really good saves.
Ramblers settle it here at the 35. Weatherby plays it across the 50, but the Ramblers play it right back in again. Bale gets it across the 50. Abagundi will top it down at the 30. Past Goodwill, out across the 45. Morgan Martin giving chase to it there, unable to get to the loose ball. Ramblers will get it down the far hash line. Giving chase. Simonson plays it to the corner, and it's going to hit the corner flag and go over the end line. And that will be a corner kick upcoming here for the Ramblers as we have 4 minutes to go in the ball game. And we have a plethora of substitutes coming in now, Jack. Number 16 is Malia Williams. Number 24 is Mackenzie Ricketts. And I didn't catch was that number 20? Evelyn Beckman?
Sure.
Sure. You agree with me, right?
Yeah.
Janes comes out. Morgan Martin comes out. Corner kick comes in, and Hasbrook scoops up the attack. And everybody will peel off back towards the 50. High in the air, out across the 40. Ramblers play it out of bounds at the 40. Weatherby to throw in for the Beavers. Gets it into Goodwill. Return pass was picked off by the Ramblers and played out of bounds on the near side off the foot of Simonson, giving the Ramblers a throw-in. Just under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Weatherby steals it away to the middle of the field, out across midfield and over, played by Fox. Giving chase is Goodwill, and Jaworski sends, puts it back out to midfield and over. Bale dumps it back in to Fox at the 35. Back to the middle of the field, stolen away by Prep. Bale comes up, forces the issue, and the Ramblers steal it back at the 45. Down to hash mark. Played back out by Simonson. Across midfield. Right back in again. Weatherby plays it at the 40. Ramblers still with it. Working it in on the far side. Is that, yeah, it is. DeRamo pushing the issue there. She's got great speed. And the Beavers are able to keep it in. But the Ramblers get control of it at the 10. Back out to the 20. Long shot right to Hasbrook. She knocks it down and corrals the rebound. A minute and a half to go in the ball game. High in the air, out to the 45 to midfield. Beavers play it back into their own end, right to a Rambler. Sidesteps one Beaver inside the 25 to the near side at the 15. Inside the 10. And kicked away by Simonson. Boy, she's had herself a good ball game on defense here lately.
Yeah, we've been saying her name a lot with these big defensive plays.
A minute to go in the ball game. Ramblers with a throw-in deep in the Beavers' end. And they lose it out of bounds at the 5-yard line, giving the Beavers a throw-in. As the Beavers try to mount one last attack here. Down the near sideline it goes. Ramblers get to it. Back out at the 40. Dump it to the middle of the field. Inside the 20. Inside the 5. And Hasbrook makes the save, but it goes over the end line. Are they saying that she didn't touch it and went over the end line, giving the Beavers a kick from the goal crease? 15 seconds to go. Hasbrook has it teed up in the right corner. 10 seconds to go. Out to the 25, to the 30, 35. Stolen away at the 40. Ramblers working in and out of bounds as the horn sounds. And this one will end a 10-0 victory here for the Ramblers, Jack. And let's get into our P2 Paving postgame report and wrap things up here. Offensive play of the game brought to us by Healthy Smiles.
Take your pick of all the Dixon and Stetson goals. There were a lot of impressive ones in there.
I think the second goal by Stetson, it made it 8-0 at the time, but she had to settle it and quickly get in and get a shot away, and it made it 8-0 at the 13-14 mark of the second here. That was a nice-looking goal by the Ramblers there, so that'll be our choice for the Healthy Smiles offensive play of the game. The Erie Community College defensive play of the game, take your pick. Hasbrook was busy in the net here tonight. Yeah. One in particular, diving save to her left to keep it out of the back of the net in the first half, as it was already 2-0 in favor of the Ramblers, or 3-0, and it could have made it 4 a number of times there. So our Erie Community College defensive play of the game, Hasbrook with a save and goal, which leads us to our Crotty Chevrolet player of the game.
I think you got to go with Dixon, right? 5 goals is pretty. 5, right?
Yeah, so natural hat trick in the first half as the Ramblers led 3-0 at the half, and then Dixon with a couple more. Actually, she's just got one more. She got one more in the second half. I have her at 4 goals on the night. But anyways, she's a Crotty Chevrolet player of the game, as it was a little bit too much firepower from Dixon tonight for the Beavers, as the Prep Ramblers get the victory. And that leaves us with the DeeJ Experience Sportsmanship Award, and that's going to our very own number 13, Allie Simonson, as she had a great job from defense, getting to a lot of loose balls and getting the balls out of her own end. So that'll wrap things up here tonight. For Jack Hasbrook, I'm Dewey Hurd. Thanks for tuning us in. And look at our schedule here coming up. We got lots of games coming up this week. Until then, we're going to say God bless and good night.